Cohen Todd Krainin join me now, screenwriter and winner of the Sloan Screenwriters Award, which means that your screenplay gets to be read here at the festival, and that's where you came in, right? That's where you come in. So let's first talk about the screenplay. Tell us what it's about.
Sure. My script is about the 1964 murder and rape of Kitty Genovese, which is not that exciting or pleasant to talk about, but the interesting thing about it is that this is a true story. There were 38 witnesses to this murder, and not a single one of them called the police or did anything to intervene, and so my script is about why that happened, why nobody intervened, and the psychologist who studies why they did that and meets the witnesses and tries to figure it out.
Now that happened in New York City. It actually happened in Queens.
In Queens, yeah.
And it happened. I know the story, and they've revised the story. They've done some backward detective work and figured out that it really wasn't. And now I could be wrong, but they figured out that it wasn't as bad as it sounded in terms of 38 people actually witnessing it.
Right.
So do you want to sort of elaborate?
That's when I tell the story of the script, it's more dramatic to say 38 people watched it and nobody did anything. But really, when you read the script and hopefully someday watch the movie if somebody buys it, you will see that it is much more ambiguous, and that it's not, if you actually are watching somebody get murdered, there's a strong likelihood that you'll intervene. It's that gray area where you might see something, you're not really sure. It's like this happens all the time. There was a case in New York a couple months ago where somebody was lying on the street, and he died lying on the street. He was bleeding to death, and there's video of like dozens and dozens of people walking by, and it's because you can't really tell, and I think people want to believe that everything's okay, and that's so, if it's at all ambiguous, then the tendency is to just think and hope that it's okay and you don't have to do anything, that it's not your place to intervene.
Now, your part, the part you play, is in the screen reading. Now, this is going on.
No, we're the same. We both have scripts in the.
Oh, okay.
There's two scripts. Yeah, he's the same thing, just different script.
Oh, okay. I apologize. So you tell us about your script.
Well, my script is called Tube Wars. It's a true story, just like his in that sense. It's about the 15-year-old farm boy from Utah who is the inventor of television. And you ask 10 people on the street who invented television, one of the most important devices of the 20th century, and 10 people out of 10 will say, they'll scratch their heads, they have no idea. It's a 15-year-old kid in a farm from Utah about 80 years ago who did it. And his story is incredible. He's a genius, truly.
And the reason that you two are involved in the Sloan Award is because it deals with science and things of that nature. And yours certainly, it's evident the connection between your screenplay and science. Yours is more psychological.
Yeah. So it's more of a soft science since it's psychology, but it really is heavily focused on the psychology department at Columbia University, which is where this research takes place, and it's very much about quantifying why and how this happens as opposed to just talking about it, but really figuring out why it happened and how we can prevent it in a quantifiable way.
So where do these screenplays go after they're read here on Sunday at 4 o'clock? With a very interesting cast, I might add. Where do they go? Where do you hope they go?
Damned if I know is the answer. Where do they actually go? Where I hope they go? Well, of course, I hope they go for the big screen. And my project being about the invention of television, it's a natural for television. And so, television people out there, you know who you are. Consider it.